Every place has a story. And trust me, this one's a good one. In a world that seems to be racing faster every day, and the past feels like it's slipping away, I wonder, what does it really mean to preserve something? I've just wrapped up my journey through Vietnam, and here I am, the final stop for this trip. One of the most iconic hotels in the world and a Green Globe certified gem. Today, I step inside to uncover the story behind this living legend.
In the heart of Singapore, among towering glass buildings and bustling boulevards, there is a place untouched by the rush, where white columns and tropical palms tell stories older than the skyline itself.
Welcome to Raffles Hotel Singapore. Not just a hotel, but a living national monument. Rewind to 1887, and Raffles Singapore was just a 10-room bungalow by the beach. That's why its address remains One Beach Road. This was long before the city claimed the coastline, but even then it made an impression.
What does it say? The largest and best appointed hotel in the Straits. Grand marble dining room, capable of seating 500 guests, and that was quite a lot at the time.
Absolutely.
Raffles was the first hotel in Singapore to offer electricity, and its design, clever. Wide verandas, high ceilings, open-air courtyards, sustainable, long before we even had a word for it. And one person who knows this better than anyone is resident historian 𝗚𝗿𝗃𝗍𝗃, a walking, talking encyclopedia of Raffles.
Sir Harold Richard, he was the first ever British architect who had this built for us. And back of his mind, he actually said something, I want to come back to an Englishman home, because he's an English. So what we saw now is actually, it was actually his vision, even though it has that old feeling, but it's very timeless. You know, it works well with the modern world even.
And there standing proud at the entrance is Vikram, one of the hotel's Sikh doormen. They have been part of Singapore's history since the late 19th century and have been a fixture of the hotel's entrance since it opened, greeting guests and maintaining order with quiet dignity. Their attire has become iconic as well, blending formality, authority and ceremonial flair, reinforcing the image of Raffles Singapore as a place of prestige and tradition. Their presence has become a signature element of the Raffles experience.
Morning, Miss Natasha. Welcome to Raffles Singapore. I'm Vikram. Nice meeting you.
His warm greeting reminded me preservation isn't just about bricks and mortar, it's a small gesture carried across time. And perhaps that's what makes him so unforgettable. Throughout the years, Raffles has hosted the world, royalty, writers, rock stars, even Singapore's founding father, Lee Kuan Yew. His wedding reception held here in 1950.
Wind was strong. Look at the cake. There you are.
In 2017, the hotel closed, a 2-year restoration with every stone, every tile reimagined with care. I spoke with Nicholas Mack, the Director of Engineering and Sustainability, about the project.
All the main structure is original and just restored. So even the floor, for example, that was replaced, but they took a lot of care to find the exact same stone from the same quarry, same type, to put back in the same pattern.
And even the way the chocolates are served is intentional.
May I have the sea salt caramel, please?
Of course, it's a popular flavor as well. So before this, we actually did a pre-packaged chocolate box for guests, but we do realize that it accumulates to a lot of wastage in terms of the box, the packaging, and also a lot of chocolates gone to waste. So by doing this, we do reduce wastage.
What a wonderful, personalised and sustainable experience. Then, of course, there's the long bar. Ask anyone who's been to Singapore, you can't miss it. It's famous for a reason. Over a century ago, a bartender here disguised a gin cocktail as fruit juice so women could sip it in public. Right here in this very spot, the Singapore sling was born.
And still rebellious.
In fact, it's so popular they brought in a sling shaker machine to keep up. One bartender can make 6 at a time. This machine, 18. And even today, it's still evolving.
The straw that we are using It's made from potato starch and it's 100% biodegradable.
But the spirit of Raffles doesn't just stop at the bar or at the hotel gates. It invites you to look outward and discover the heart of Singapore itself. And that's where 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃 comes in. Curator of the 𝗚𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, collector, keeper of Peranakan culture, and a proud part of the Raffles Cultural Tour, available for guests to experience.
When I was younger, Peranakan culture was discriminated against. They called us half Chinese, or in our local language, 𝗘𝗽𝗶𝘀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, means we are 11:30 on the clock, we are not a full Chinese. Interestingly, today, many Singaporeans now want to be Peranakan.
Peranakan means locally born in Malay, descendants of Chinese immigrants settling in Malaysia and marrying local women. A story of migration and cultural blending, where Chinese, Malay and European influences collide into something altogether.
Peranakan culture is a sensory explosion.
Alvin has spent 40 years collecting over 5,000 pieces of living history, each one with a story stitched into it. Take these hand-beaded slippers, for example. Painstakingly embroidered, they're called kasut manek, a signature of Peranakan craftsmanship.
It would have taken the ladies in the past 3 months to complete a pair of shoes. Today, our ladies take about 12 to 15 months because it's very painful to the eye.
And it wasn't just fashion. From porcelain to textiles, every detail was an art form, highly sought after by collectors worldwide. A culture once pushed aside, now preserved with pride.
Speaking with the wisdom,
Let it be.
we museums are the most sustainable people. We never throw anything away. Everything has a second life. Yeah?
His passion even taking him to the skies as part of the in-flight safety video for Singapore Airlines, now seen by the world. And just as Alvin's story travels far and wide, the world finds its way in here to Butcher's Block at Raffles Singapore, a place where global ideas meet thoughtful local hands.
So it's funny, here in Singapore, you'll see the hawker centers with the hanging ducks and stuff in the window. And my team is like, Chef, what are you gonna open up your own hawker center? And I'm like, that's quite funny.
Chef 𝗘𝗽𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 is someone you don't forget. Originally from Hawaii, he's built his kitchen around the idea that nothing should go to waste.
You know, I always will look in the trash. My chefs know that I'll go look in the trash and I should just see trash.
He uses everything, quite literally. Wilted parsley, dried, ground and reborn as herb powder. Carrot peels, dehydrated into a delicate garnish.
If you're gonna kill something, if you're gonna pick something from the ground, you use all of it and you only take what you need.
Even the offcuts have their place here.
It is easier to just buy an ingredient that's a prime center cut and serve it. But also the farmers that I'm used to working with, it hurts them the most because they're always stuck with these off-end cuts and then they end up having to waste it.
That thought lingers about waste, about what we overlook, and I wonder, what else have I missed? So I wander through the city in true local style. The Raffles Singapore self-guided hawker food trail. There's more than 110 hawker centres scattered across the island, home to over 6,000 stalls, where you can try local dishes like satay. It's simple, familiar, unlike the carrot cake.
Where's the carrot? It's not radish. Okay, so this isn't carrot cake?
We call it carrot cake.
We call it carrot cake, but there's no carrot in there.
There's a little bit of radish, vegetable, and a little peanut on top, all in this fried little casing. And usually we have it all in one go.
Surprise after surprise, especially with this savoury bite, caught me completely off guard.
It's a lot bigger than it looks. I struggle a little. That makes me feel a lot better.
And in that moment, it all makes sense. This journey is not just about food, it's about letting go of assumptions and discovering that even the unexpected, the overlooked, carries a story of preservation. By the end of it, my feet were sore, but my heart was full. Every flavour, every shop and corner, a legacy kept alive. Just like Raffles Singapore, waiting for the next generation of guests and travellers to discover, and, if they're lucky, to fall in love with, just like I did.